Hi, my name is Madison Grant, and we're going to be doing Purple Hibiscus pages 257 through 307.
Uh, I'm
And I'm the multiple perspectives, and the vocab and quote finder.
I'm Blake Turpo, and I'm the summarizer and the illustrator.
My name is Evan Fleming, and I am our group's moderator. So we'll just begin with the summarizer.
All right. So, it starts on page 257. Everything was different at the Palm Sunday, after the strong winds tore down the trees. Auntie Infioma calls Kambili to tell her that she got terminated by the university, and Jaja decides to leave for Nasuku with Kambili, and Papa is too weak to uh, try to stop him. Auntie Infioma, I can't say her name. If Fioma decides to go to America, and but Amaka doesn't want to go to America with her. Father Amada suggests that Jaja and Kambili go to boarding school. In the next chapter, Amaka gets mad about having to choose an English name before she moves to America, and yeah, Auntie Ifioma gets mad at her. Aunt Ifioma, Amaka, and Kambili go visit the miracle at Okpi. Kambili tells oh Aokpe.
Okpo?
Okpi. Yes. Kambili tells Father Amadi that she loves him, and Father Amadi rejects Kambili, uh, rejects her love, and tells her that she will have plenty of love in her life. Uh, Auntie Infioma finally gets her visa and has to get back to has to go back to Inogu to ask Papa for ticket money so she can get to America. Later that night, Father Amadi tells Kambili goodbye, and Auntie Ifioma, Jaja, and Kambili get a call that informs them that Papa had died. In the next chapter, Jaja, Kambili go back home, and yeah, Mama gets a call that poison has been found in Papa after his autopsy. She had been poisoning Papa's tea since she came back from Nusoka. Jaja takes the blame for the crime and is arrested. In the next chapter, Kambili and Mama go visit Jaja in prison, and oh yeah, yeah, the end they go to America.
Okay. How about your illustration?
The end. Oh, okay. So
Back to the camera then.
here's my picture, my illustration.
What is it of, Blake?
It's of Mama pouring rat poison in Papa's tea right before she's gonna give it to him, and this is how I think it happened.
How you visualize it, Blake?
Yeah, how I visualized it in my head.
Very good.
Yeah, and yeah. So what do you guys think about this picture?
Well,
It's very visual,
Yeah.
and it does a very good job of representing what happened in that part of the book.
all right. Very good. I liked how you made Papa yelling.
Yeah.
That's like I guess, show how mean Papa was.
Yeah.
The mom. She was fed up with it, so she put the poison in the tea. I like how you also drew lines coming out of the tea to show the tea was hot. Did you do that?
Yeah, those details.
Yeah, I like those details. I don't know what Papa's sitting on, but he looks like he's having a good time sitting on it. So that might be something to think about Papa.
He's sitting on a bed, by the way. a bed right there.
Nobody can see it.
Okay. Next.
Okay, so I guess the me vocab and quote. So, some vocabulary words that I found are veranda. I think that's how you say it. Verandaha.
Veranda?
No, verandaha.
Veranda.
Verandaha.
Okay.
And then also, Alamanda. Is that how you say it?
Alamanda? Spell it.
Allamanda.
Oh, all Amanda. You're right. It's Alamanda.
Okay, Alamanda, rye, and catechism. Catechism. I don't know how.
Spell it.
It's CATECHISM.
Catechism? Yeah, that sounds right.
Those are some vocabulary words. Most of those were found on page 269 and 264 through 269. And then a quote on page 269 was, because he has said it and his word is true. Which I think means basically because he was on page 269. Whenever I find it. On page 269, it says, um, I thought then of catechism classes about chanting the answer to a question. An answer that was, because he has said it and his word is true. I could not remember the question. So basically, here it was talking about how in class she wanted to answer the question and shout it out loud, but she couldn't.
Like she was being constrained?
Yeah. And then for multiple perspectives, I did it in the perspective of how Kambili felt when she started having feelings for the father, the priest. And so basically, I said in the story, reading the book, you get the perspective of being in love when Kambili starts to get feelings for the priest. This relates to real life because everyone in this world goes through love and heartbreak and the feeling of falling in love. This doesn't just relate to me, but also relates to everyone who falls in love or finds someone that they have affection for. So that was my perspective. Also, you could think of it in the perspective of religion and just as a family, how some people in the family can be religious towards and feeling a certain type of way and about their religion, and then other people sort of feel are kind of embarrassed by their religion, and so that could be something else. So yeah.
So I guess I'm a moderator, so I'll go now. So I have a few questions here prepared. Hope you guys read, because these are some really detailed questions that only reading can provide the correct response to.
Can we get to the questions, please?
Can we? Yes, we can. Okay. Why was Kambili so worried and anxious about leaving for Nsuka? Just a reminder, Nsuka is where Auntie Ichioma lives. This is when the time when Jaja walked into Papa's study wherever he was and said, "We're leaving. Get Kevin to take us for a walk." Jaja was being very assertive at this time. When Papa had already been poisoned for a while. He was suffering the shakes.
Yeah.
The shakes you recall. So again, why was Kambili so worried and anxious about leaving?
She didn't want to disappoint her father
Maybe
because
she was
uh, because she felt, she was probably the closest person to her father, and or maybe because of the priest, or because she felt like she wasn't gonna fit in um, to when she was going to America, right? That was part of your question, right? What was your?
when she was going to
Live with
Nusoka.
Oh,
Auntie Ephraim.
oh yeah. So basically, because she didn't want to disappoint her father, and leave him.
Right.
I think it's because she didn't want to leave her father alone. Not alone, but like she didn't want to leave him.
She knew he was dying.
Yeah. And I think right before she left, she gave him like a big hug.
Gave him a hug and kissed him on the forehead.
Yeah. I think she said she loved her father a lot.
Why was Jaja so insistent on going to Hibiscus? Why did he want to go?
He wanted to leave his father.
Yeah.
He had resentment and hatred towards his father.
Yeah.
Alright. In the beginning, it says after Palm Sunday. You find the quote, the page number. It's actually page 257. I know that. No, it's not 257. Page 260. When Kambili says, "I dreaded Easter Sunday." I dreaded what would happen when Jaja did not go to communion again. What does this, I guess, sort of tell about the situation and I guess Jaja's relationship with religion and his father?
Jaja does not like Papa.
Yeah, he hates him.
And him not going to communion is basically like showing his affection towards Papa, which wasn't very strong at all.
Okay. Yes, that's another one. Why do you think the missionaries made the newly baptized people take English names?
Say that again?
Why do you think the missionaries made newly baptized people take English names after they were baptized?
Because they felt like only God would accept them if they had an English name. Maybe because the missionaries couldn't say it.
It's racist.
No, not racist. No, not racist.
You can pronounce
Because
Kambili's name. So hard about Kambili. I don't get it.
Her English name was Ruth, wasn't it?
What is it?
Yeah.
So boring.
or maybe because they didn't like where she came from, like her religion or whatever.
They were trying to, I guess, extinguish the native culture.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good one, Blake?
Yes.
It's a good one. Why didn't Jaja, I guess, why did Jaja take the blame for his father's death instead of letting his mother go to jail?
Because he loves
Because he
his
loves
mother.
his mother and he doesn't want her to go to jail. Go to prison.
That's stupid.
He didn't want that he didn't want his mother to have to live with that conscience of having to go to jail because she was the one who killed him. Instead, she took the blame. That, and it also got her, he felt like he was taking responsibility, even though it wasn't him who did it. But he was just protecting his mother.
Alright.
Also, he said he didn't mind going to prison. In the book, I think.
You did? You on the page?
No, I forgot.
I'm gonna try and find it. You guys just talk about something really quick.
Yeah. So Jaja is a pretty cool guy. Uh,
I thought it was pretty brave what he did for his mother.
yeah, it was.
It was unexpected too.
Yeah. I'm not sure I would do the same for my mom. Would you, Evan?
Yeah.
You would?
Maybe. Depends.
I would do the same for my mom.
But if your mom like stole some jewelry, definitely not then. But like if you kill, it depends on the situation.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe under different circumstances.
Why did it? It said why the mother killed. Why she did that to Papa.
What is that? Why she did?
I'm.
Did it? Are you asking?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't remember.
I'm just gonna assume. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is disgusting.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Next question.
I'm going to assume that he was just tired of living under Papa. On my hand. Living
Control.
under Papa. Yeah, that sure.
Well, I mean, so she was doing it for not just herself, but for the whole family.
Yes.
So Jaja repaid her.
By going to jail.
No,
And getting raped.
That's not. That wasn't the point.
No,
that wasn't the
never
point.
jail.
No. He I think he had some good living conditions.
That wasn't the point that I was trying to make.
Alright, but I see where it says, Jaja told me once that the men do not always bother to use the bag. I'm sorry, I found the wrong quote. Sorry. He said he does not mind having another man's feces in his face. I guess that's the only thing.
So he doesn't mind anything.
He doesn't mind as long as it's for the greater good, I guess.
As long as it's for his mother.
Greater good.
Everything that he did was for his mother. So
Even him skipping communion. Okay. Let's see. Why was Jaja released by the government? Future. Like, why do you think he was released? Like, I know they had some really good lawyers and everything happened, but they still thought he was a murderer. So why did they release him? Is it because he was imprisoned by the old regime? Is that why?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't remember. Yeah.
Just elaborate on that a little bit about how regime changes can often happen.
Let me look at the book.
Very good.
You know what? I don't know.
What was the question you asked again?
Why was Jaja released by the new regime in the future?
Probably because as they realized, as much as he was taking, they probably realized that, he wasn't gonna do it again, even though he didn't do it in the first place.
Okay, let's go to another one. That's it. I have two more for there. So
Just ask.
okay. If anything, what's Father Amadi's leaving the country symbolize? What's that mean? Foreshadowing for something? What's that mean? Is it coincidental that all these things happen at the same time? Is there a theme that's trying to be squeezed out by the author?
I don't think it's a coincidence. Because I don't believe in coincidences. But I do think that he probably left for some specific reason, maybe because of
Maybe it has something to do with the regime change.
Yeah.
Maybe, actually, maybe. That's
Yeah.
not discussed in the book, but that may be the reason why. Yeah. All right, and last question. What is Papa's reaction to Jaja's affirmation, or he's affirming, that he and Kabili are going to Nsuka reveal about Papa's state, health-wise?
I'm sorry.
It shows that he's weak,
And
and that
he can't argue?
yeah, he's not strong enough to argue with Jaja or stop him from going to Nusuka.
He probably because, or maybe because he felt he finally, started to have a heart, I guess, so to speak.
I'm just gonna roll this.
Like
Maybe.
changed his way of thinking.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Well, that was our chapter 4. I mean, part 4. Toodaloo.
I'm Madison Grant. That's Blake Turpo, and
She's on drugs.
that's Evan. And this was
Mostly crack.
the 4th literature circle for Purple Hibiscus. Thank you.